The verdict: flashy to the point of gaudiness, expensive but flimsy feeling, big outside but not inside. Lexus's flagship SUV drives well, but is disappointing overall. Versus the competition, competitors from BMW, Land Rover and Mercedes-Benz are more luxurious and higher tech, while Cadillac, Jeep, and Lincoln offer SUVs that are more reserved in their styling and more comfortable in their spacious cabins. Let's face it, big full-size sedans meant to showcase the best the brand offers are no longer the flagships of any of the world's top luxury marques. That distinction has been passed to the full-size SUV, a more popular, and usually more expensive, choice than a traditional sedan. It's understandable. Big SUVs are generally roomier, with the ability to carry both people and stuff, and over the last 3 decades, they've evolved from their off-roader origins into luxurious, technological tours de force. The redesigned 2022 Lexus Lx falls into this category. This new version of the LX is based on the latest global Toyota Land Cruiser, which is no longer offered in the US. This heritage gives the LX impressive off-road technology, a powerful engine and a commanding driving position that lets you see the world before you crawl over it with 4-wheel drive traction. As the flagship of the Lexus brand, more even than the LS600 sedan, the LX also features attention-grabbing styling, new tech and an eye-watering price that should ensure some exclusivity. But is the new Lexus LX a worthy flagship for the Japanese luxury brand? Does it have the tech and touch to justify its lofty price tag? 1/11, 2022 Lexus Lx 600cars.com photo by Aaron Bragman. You can't escape that grille. First off, I have to talk about the most obvious styling element on the new LX 600, that grille. It employs Lexus's controversial spindle grille theme, a design element that's been present throughout Lexus's lineup since it debuted nearly a decade ago. It's spread like an invasive vine, seemingly becoming more intrusive with every new appearance. It's culminated in this, the biggest spindle grille ever affixed to a Lexus, evidence of the brand's insistence upon using it to define the entire aesthetic of its lineup. I don't think it works any better here than it does on other Lexuses, with the possible exception of the stunning LC500 Coupe and convertible, where the grille actually fits with the spaceship-like styling of the rest of that Grand Tourer. Here, however, it's distracting and ridiculously imposing, simply dominating the entire look of the vehicle. It means the LX best view is its rear 3/4, but even from that angle, you'll notice the odd proportions of this SUV. It has what looks like a short wheelbase with oddly long front and rear overhangs, especially when viewed from the side. Complicating the aesthetic was the fact that my test vehicle was an F-Sport handling, a trim meant to be more sporty looking and, potentially, more capable on-road. Cosmetically, it is blacked-out trim, a unique mesh version of the spindle grille, and unique badging, wheels and bumpers. All other trims have a chrome grille that's more distracting than the blacked-out version on the F-Sport, but frankly, you may as well just go for broke with this styling. Opt for the chrome look that emphasizes the grille instead of the one that blacks it out, leaving the front with a big gap where a grille should be. 1/7, 2022 Lexus Lx 600cars.com photo by Aaron Bragman. Slightly better inside, but still behind. The LX interior is available in a couple of flavors. The F-Sport trim I drove had a look best described as spicy given its circuit red leather interior. While I applaud Lexus's chutzpah in including color in its interiors, I'm not sure the F-Sport treatment really works on an SUV like this. With its odd mix of off-road equipment, upright driving style and copious mass, sporty is the last word I'd use to describe this behemoth SUV, and no amount of aluminum trim or flashy red leather will affect that. Other leather lot and trims are more in keeping with the LX ideals, featuring muted blacks, some lovely tans, and even an unusual white peppercorn maroon treatment, all of which work better in this kind of vehicle. The most unfortunate bit is that despite its various premium materials, there's just a sense that the interior isn't quite up to snuff for the LX 600's price. Even the least expensive version is almost $90,000, while the most expensive one approaches $130,000, and the material quality and overall feel of the interior just don't match that price. There's too much hard plastic, too many cheap-feeling pieces, too much Toyota in this Lexus flagship. Even closing the doors, which are skinned in aluminum to save weight, makes the truck feel cheap thanks to their super light feel. There's no heft to them at all.